Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma friends, when we look at the world, there are a lot of meditation techniques and practice methods we have. And but when it comes to this vipassana meditation, we have to understand the main purpose of this all self-realization. Because other everything by time going to change. But we have this samsaric journey, keep going. And if you don't realize that what is happening within yourself, there is no end for this journey. The having a journey is okay, but the thing is that we don't know what kind of situations going to happen and where we going to end up our life. And what is the point even having this? If you don't know that how this happened or where it going to end. So even forget about after this life, even in this very lifetime. And we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. This uncertainty always everywhere around us. So then it is better in this very moment if you recognize what is happening within yourself. There is a possibility that you can mostly change whatever going to happen tomorrow. Even whatever happened, there is a possibility that you can go through it. But if you don't know what is happening within yourself, just look in this very moment. If you don't know what is happening within yourself, what's the point that you dreaming about tomorrow? Or maybe planning about future. Even you have an idea to go to heaven. If you don't know in this very moment that what is happening within yourself, even you go to heaven, you don't have power to recognize it as heaven. So that is the thing that you have to be very careful with whatever the desires that we carry, because it is not easy to just come out of the desires. But it is important thing, it is possible for you to recognize this, what is happening inside you. So the Buddha mainly focused to that. The world itself mean this, your physical body. There are boundary lines, there are few gates that everything come to this world. It's kind of like a Stargate. What are those Stargates? Eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. These six Stargates, the entire universe can pour into this insight. But if you don't have this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and it doesn't matter how big the world, and nothing going to happen. So then your world mean it is very limited to this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Even though in this outside world and through that, whatever the measurement we take, even light years, that we talk about this all the universe, but your world is very limited to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So whatever happening within this capacity, is the most important thing. So Buddha mainly focused to that and try to introduce you a method to recognize that. If you able to recognize that, it's kind of the recognition of the entire universe. So then, but our nature is, when we look at the flower, when we listen to music, and when we having good smell, aroma, when we having taste something, when we feel something in our body, and even the ideas come to us, always we focus our mind to outside of us. When you look at the flower or when we look at the beauty, and we always think it is outside. But there is something else happening when you see something beautiful. Of course, there is a beauty outside. But the thing is, when it comes to your eye, there is a feeling arise. So your consciousness has a way to deal with that feeling. And you, when you say, oh, it is beautiful, you don't say beautiful to that outside flower. You say beautiful to that inside your experience. You bound to that. When you listen to a music and you say it is a nice music, though it become nice not to the outside music. So, but the thing is, you thinking that somebody when in front of the singers and all other music, that they are the one who make this, and you respond to them and you forget this inner feeling. That is the illusion. You, what you feel is happening within yourself, but you think it is from outside. Of course, that feelings arise because of outside, but it become good or bad not because of the outside. It is an inner feeling. That is what you have to understand. The aroma, it is all that we have a good smell because of maybe you burn something. And you say, oh, it's a very nice smell. That nice feelings came out of the your inner experience, but you think it came out of the whatever you burn from outside. Of course, that it helped to have the feelings to this nice smell, but your respond happening when you say nice, you think you saying it to this whatever you burn this outside. No, you experience that nice because of the feelings you got inside you. The taste the same when whatever you eat, oh, this so tasty, and you looking at it and you appreciating the whoever cooked that, and you do that thing. Of course, there is a part like that we have to appreciate it, but deeply that is not what you experience as taste. You experience as whatever the nice taste is, whatever inside feeling. It's not outside. And the sensation the same. That whatever the feelings when you have when other people touch you, when you are with other people, and sometimes you reject other people and saying what it called body chemistry. Oh, our chemistry is not good. And then you change the person. You move away from the partner. You say you don't like. But you don't see that chemistry, that you react to your own chemistry, not someone else. And the thoughts the same. And thought arise to us. And it is there is the natural process of the mind, the thought arise. But sometimes, and we think that thoughts coming from outside. No, it is an inside reaction that you have. There are people, and you know that there are places, especially in Los Angeles. There are places, it's very expensive, that apartments. And why? Because people believe when you are in that apartment and you can get good thoughts. And there are some people, they think when you go to a certain place, your mind gets certain thoughts and you can write. So otherwise in another place you cannot. No, that is what you think. That thinking make the difference, not the apartment. But you caught up with that and thinking it is outside power. And so you spend, even some European people or some from other countries, spending so much money, they come and they living in a certain place thinking when you are in that place, you get a lot of different thoughts and then you can write. No, because your mind is already conditioned to that. And then once you enter to that, so as example, it like this. So you believe there is apartment, and when you are in that apartment, you can write nice kind of like a beautiful songs. So then what you do, you close that person's eye and you go to the middle of the desert and create exactly something like that, a studio. And then you take the person and telling you going to take you to that place, and then you take you to that place, and that person don't see the outside, and that person see, oh, this is a very beautiful, this is the place I was dreaming to. And if you allow that person to live there and write songs, he's going to write the song. The same thing happening with our dreams. Look, we lying down on the bed and closing eyes, and maybe that all everyone around us, and most safest place you are in. But look, when a dream happen, how your body react. The same thing happening. Even we open our eyes, even we believing we are living it, that is what called dream. What is that dream means? That you react to your inner circle, but you believing, you thinking, you react to your outside. So, with the busy mind, sometimes you cannot, and logically, arguing yourself, you cannot understand this. So that's why you need to little bit relax and slow down and practice little bit meditation to get into that understand. It is not this outside. All the sadness, worry, unhappiness, happiness, joy, pleasure. Remember, it is not in this outside. It is the more stronger thing. Of course, there is outside, there is something, but there is a more stronger current inside you created. If you able to see that current, and if you able to understand and how it is changed moment by moment, moment by moment, then anymore you're not going to be crazy for this outside world, and then you're not going to fight with it, and then you're not going to hate for that. Why people fight, why people hate, and why people destroy? Because they believe that more than we love the outside, look at the world. More than we love, more than we protect, and more than we, do something good to outside. When we have this believing system, because this world is that everything happening outside, what we does, we destroy outside. But When we recognize it is happening inside us, and that recognition itself take you to a moment to understand how you can come out of it, because that recognition show it is moment by moment, moment by moment change. It's happening so fast, and that's why it make us blind, and we cannot recognize that whatever I see it is beautiful, and right away I go and pick the flower. If it is beautiful, why you pick it, why you break it? When you see something so sweet like any fruits, so if it is really beautiful and if it is really appreciate, where the mind come to break it and eat it, from where it come? Because the beauty is it happening this inner circle. And when you see something, that's why it's like a current, it's like a pull towards you. Is everything the same? Whatever that you say, oh, that's beautiful, oh, I want it. Why? Because you don't see. It's happening inside you. And then you try to get it more closer, 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 believing it is coming from outside. But once you learn this art, even something far away, still you can appreciate that. Still you can love it without touching it. Still you can leave it without holding, claiming it is yours. So that this is the beauty that you have to understand. It is a transformation that look the entire world. It's everybody go outside in this you know the pre-marketing world. The world, it's culture itself, the we brainwash, the world brainwash. Why we the study our education, and even why people practice meditation, and they want to get everything to them. Oh, if I meditate, oh, I will get this what I want. So that's the idea mostly they have. Absorb this all these outside things towards them, but they don't recognize this is happening inside them. We cannot touch anything from outside. We cannot take anything. Everything has its own way to go. So then yourself remember, little by little, it takes some times. Overnight you cannot understand. But hearing this, it worth for you. By hearing this, that even maybe you're not going to agree with today, but it's going to be with you. Why? Because that is the truth. There's nothing else. There's no truth beyond that. Because it is not the beauty outside, it is the beauty you react. There, of course, there is a beauty outside, but you react not to the outside beauty. You hate not the outside, you hate that inner feelings. Once you recognize that, you become settled down with it. But if you don't recognize that, what will happen? This go with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So whatever, if there are two things, name and form, that is create our inner world. So then look what is in you, what you recognize as world, name or form. Even you take the Hubble telescope and you zoom it to far away, this thousand light years away, and you look something, and then you get a tiny star, and then somebody say it is another planet. What does that mean? How are you going to recognize it? See, it is a thousand light years far away, and when it come to you, how you going to recognize? It becomes just a name or form. That's it. There is nothing, even the heaven or the hell, there is nothing. You can understand something beyond name or form. There's nothing. This all names and forms. Look yourself. Take some time. Do a self research and see. Is there anything that you can find not belong to name or the form? So if it is name and form, how it going to be? How it going to come to you? If it is a name or form, it's going to come to you through your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. And there is nothing else that going to be in your world not belong to this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So then how it come to you? How you recognize? So far away there is a star, and then it come to you, and maybe aliens or maybe something, other planet exists same like this, or it come to you, and maybe you see it through the telescope, maybe you hear it, even maybe you go there, and how you going to feel it? How you going to recognize? It should be name or form. And once it become a name or form, it is should bring the feeling. If anything not bring the feelings, it not belong to your world. If it is bring the feelings, it going to be with you. If it can be a good feeling or bad feeling or neutral feeling. If anything come to you, if it is not a good feeling or bad feeling or neutral feeling, if anything, any feeling not belong to these three categories, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter even in the middle of the hell, don't worry about it. It's nothing can do to you. And even in the middle of the heaven, it's nothing can do to you if it is cannot bring you good feeling or bad feeling or neutral feeling. So then you have to look how something become good and how something become bad and how something become neutral. So then you just think this pen and this thing, then you oh it's nice, it's beautiful. And someone say it's ugly. If the pen is the beautiful, if the beauty carry, why me and someone else that have the two different views, even in the same family? Look that the parents, you have children, even the mother, she bring the child through her own body. What else? Is there any other better relationship than that? Because the child become part of your body. But still, when the child become young, mother cook and everything ready, and she do with this great love, and she put all the skill to her that whatever she cook, thinking about her children, and then all the good thoughts there, and many hours that she thinking about it, and father go to work and so hard and bring all the best thing, thinking about children, and they cook and everything ready for, and then they you call and they tell, I don't like, I want a hamburger, I want to go to pizza. How possible? Why it happen like that way? Why the beauty or the good that you saw, why other person cannot see? Because it's different. From where that difference come? Out of the feelings. So how the feelings depend, and out of the consciousness. So it is a more deeper. You have to go little by little. But remember, just take care yourself the feeling. It is not, forget about whatever happened. Don't be crazy about the world. Just it is your feelings, and try to deal with that. If you can deal with your feelings, three feelings: good feeling, bad feelings, neutral feeling. If you can deal with that feelings, forget about the world. You can deal with the world. But if you cannot deal with these three things, very simple. Look, if you cannot deal with these feelings? There are 6 places these feelings arise: your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. So it all have different feelings: good feelings, bad feeling, neutral feelings. So if you able to take care of that and stay with that, forget about it, you're going to be okay. But if you cannot hold that anything, you know, anything is possible. All the greed, all the desires arise because of this inside, these feelings, not this outside. So outside there, but that doesn't mean it can make a feeling to you. The feelings is personal. Feelings not universal. Feelings personal. So it happened within yourself. But when it come to the entire human existence, we have the same kind of way. The method is universal, but our feelings very personal. So that's why only you can take care of it. There is no anybody can take care of your feelings. Why sometimes even you heard once a while the God come and visit the world and check people. Why? Even he create people, he have no power over people's feelings. In case if he create, but still your feelings belong to you. So that's why it is only you have to take care. So that is the discipline mean. So then yourself, whatever feelings happen, it doesn't matter good or the bad or the neutral, and be mindful with that. That is the best tool that you can deal with it. Once you become mindful, knowingly that feelings change, you're not going to be so crazy about it. Because why people become so crazy, why people become so happy, why people joy, why people fight, why people get angry, mad, sad, worry, why people do party and dance, sing, this all because they react to their own feelings. That is the bottom line. So then if you able to take care of yourself, that is your life going to become something else, and it's going to transform you, and that is where you come out of the illusion. So what is the illusion mean? It is happening inside us, but we believing it is happening outside. No. So getting to and recognize. So the vipassana is the method that take you to deeper understand that. So whatever the meditation, then look, is that meditation try to take you towards outside, or is it try to take you to this deeper level of clear understanding? And it is up to you. If and no, everybody no need to believe this, and it is up to you. If you enjoy this outside, go and enjoy and keep going, and it is okay. If it is good for you, no, it is good for you, just go with it. But in case one day if you get tired, if you didn't find it there, go back to yourself and close your eyes and start to tackle these 3 feelings, and then you will see you're going to get it. So with that, there was a king, and he was so egocentric, and he didn't believe about the fear. He used to punish people and go and hunting people, hunting animals, and whoever come to in a very cruel way, he punished people. Then it disturbed the whole ministry, and it disturbed to everybody, and everybody afraid for the king. And then there was a wise person and was thinking, how we can transform this person. And then he came to an idea, and he had a discussion with the king. And what the idea that he told, that you going to become more powerful there is something, and mastering the sword. That mastering the sword is not just uh, holding in hand and doing it, and you just keep in front of it and you start to look. So when you keep looking at it, keep looking at it, and little by little, there's a moment come that the wisdom going to come to you. So the king was so blind with the powers, and he was thinking to conquer more and more and more land. And he was so sentient, and it's kind of like egocentric. I am the only best for thinking. So he agree with this. And then he start to observe the sword every day, looking at it. And then he was thinking, he asking every day, it didn't happen to me, it didn't happen to me. So then this advisor told, no, you have to keep watching the sword. And in every direction, every way, he start to keep watching the sword. And then even he was so greedy for power, and he told that at night even he don't want to sleep. He don't want to close his eyes. So then what he did, when he lie down on the bed, this wise person put the sword right in front of his head, and with very tiny wire, and then told, okay, when you go to sleep, you can look at the sword, and then you, by looking at the sword, and you can go to sleep. And the king was so happy to do that, because now even while he is sleeping, he can see the sword. And then he lie down, and that wise person, and put the sword right top of his forehead. And now he start to look at the sword, and it look like he's come towards him. And even he was try to close his eyes, then the fear arise. Oh, maybe it can fall down. It can fall down to my head. It can fall down to my head. The little by little, fear of death start to come. And then he couldn't sleep, his mind unrest, and he became so depressed, and came out of that and told he cannot do this. And now he start to afraid for the death. And then the wise person told, see, you are the king, and you have this everything, but still you are afraid for your own death. Same like each and every living being afraid to lose their life. So the king understood that, and from that day, king transformed himself and became a good person, and stopped killing and punishing to everybody, and start to have the compassion and loving kindness. So that's why, even though we have many ideas, many things regarding about we have many views regarding the outside, when the day comes for us to experience it, it's completely become different. And that is the day you're going to transform. So that's why this vipassana, this impermanent change, this thing sometimes just a word for you. But still, when the day comes for you to experience it, and you understand what is the meaning of that. So just keep going and enjoy your journey. And when the day, if we are ready to understand, it will be there with you. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, I bless upon everyone. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya bang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.